Hello everyone, welcome to the live class. So guys, today we are going to have the analysis session, and this is going to be something where we will talk about the important questions and the concepts. So we will be discussing about the steps you have to take to solve these questions and all. I'm just quickly gonna check it out, like whether everything is all right and clear your side or not, and after that we are just gonna continue the discussion. I will be telling you about the question, and corresponding to that we will be discussing the answer steps and whatever concept will be involved there and all. So this is how we will be continuing the discussion. This is how we will be considering the steps in the session today. So I'll be starting that discussion soon. If in case you have attempted that test and scholarship test, and like you want to know about the answers, you want to know whether you have done it correct or not, so this session will be helping you in that case. Let me just check whether everything is all right and clear till this point or not. Okay, it's clear. So that means we can continue the discussion. Here are few slides I'll be showing you. Okay, and after that I'll be continuing the discussion about the test questions and its analysis we will be starting. So this is going to be the important session for the physical science. These are some of the details about me, and then we are going to have the information about the community feature, which is going to be like helping you to like know about the latest updates about the new courses and many other new important things. Like latest updates you can get there with the community feature in Unacademy learning app. Done. And other than this guys, we are going to have so many different subscriptions available on the learning app, like the Unacademy iconic subscription and Unacademy Plus subscription, Lite subscription, and here on the last slide you can clearly see the difference between the Plus, Iconic and the Lite subscription. Also guys, since now the notes are also available on the learning app, which will be helping you a lot to take your preparation to the next level. And this is how, like whenever you will be taking the subscription, whether you are going to take the Unacademy Plus, Iconic or the Lite subscription, you will be able to easily like take your preparation to a very good level. If you will take the Plus or the Iconic subscription, it will become easy for you to attend the live classes by the top educators we are gonna have on Unacademy, and all these sessions will be helping you a lot to do the best preparation. Even you can check out the notes after taking the subscription, so which will be helping you to take your preparation to a very good level. And even in upcoming days guys, so many new courses by the top educators will be starting. So if you don't want to miss these important sessions, these important courses, and you want to join them, then you can take the subscription and start your preparation today under the guidance of top educators. Now, what are the benefits you will be getting if you will take the Iconic subscription? You can clearly see that on this slide, and even notes are available on the Unacademy learning app. And anytime whenever anybody will be proceeding further to take the subscription, they can use and apply the referral code, that's Anjali A Live, as mentioned here on the screen. Other than this, even if anybody will be taking the Plus subscription, they will be able to check out the notes too and will be getting all the benefits as they have been shown here on the screen. Other than this guys, even if your friends are there, like those who are waiting to take the subscription and they want to start their preparation under the guidance of top educators, they want to check out these important notes and all, and they want to take their preparation to a very good level, then you can share this information and the update with them too. It will be helping them even to do the best preparation and to start their preparation. This is about the Lite subscription, and the difference between all the different subscriptions have been shown here. Now I hope everybody is ready to do the like questions which were there in the test, and you want me to start the analysis session too. So let's just start it now and let's continue the discussion. So one by one I'll be telling you about the questions we had there in the test, and after that we will be continuing the discussion about the questions answer and the steps you can take. So basically guys, we had some of the part A questions there, okay, and as the number of questions we can consider here in the session, we will try to consider them. Even if in case there is any particular question you want me to explain, you can tell me about that too, and we will be considering those questions too. So let me just take the first one, because I'm gonna just read the questions from here and will be telling you. So there is a question, you have to find odd one out from the following options, okay. So options we had were towel, napkin, kerchief and tie. Done. So in this case you have to select which one is the odd one out and which one will be the correct answer. So basically towel, napkin and the kerchief, like we use them for the similar use, okay, and for the same thing almost. Done. These are going to be the clothes which we use for wiping, but the tie is something you wear, done, on the neck. So it's going to be different, which means which one is the odd one out of all these? That's tie. Clear? This is going to be your right answer for this question. Now, so the first one was, you have to consider odd one out, and that was tie. Clear? Because if you have attempted those questions, you will be familiar with them, so I'm just quickly gonna let you know. Excuse me. The next question is, A and B are brothers who started to walk in different directions to reach friend's house and playground respectively, okay. A and B are there, excuse me. They are walking in different directions. Clear? They are walking in different directions to reach friend's house and playground respectively. So A wants to reach to friend's house and B wants to reach to playground. Then A start to walk in the west house direction. So A starts to walk in the west house direction, and from his house he traveled 3 kilometers before he takes a left turn, okay. He has like moved or traveled 3 kilometers from his house. He traveled 3 kilometers before he takes a left turn. Done. He walks 4 kilometers and turn to his right. I think I have to write the statement clearly. So first statement was clear to everyone, that was A and B are brothers and who started to walk in different directions to reach friend's house and playground respectively. So this much part is going to be in the statement, we will not mentioning because it's clear, and rest is A start to walk in the west house direction from his house. He traveled 3 kilometers before he takes a left turn. That's great, Brajesh. He walks 4 kilometers and turn to his right. Walks for 2 kilometers. Again, he took a right turn and walks 2 kilometers, reached his friend's house. B starts to walk. If something will not be clear to anyone, like, let me know. For 5 kilometers in the south direction. Then he took his left and walked for 1 kilometer again. 1 kilometer, then again took left turn and walk for 3 kilometers to reach playground. That's it. So this was the information we had in the question. Okay, and the initial information you can take from here, that is A and B are brothers. They're moving in the different direction. A wants to reach to the friend's house and B wants to reach to the playground. So then further details have been given like this. Done. Now the main question is, this was the details we had. The main question is, what is the total distance covered by A and B together? What is the total distance covered by A and B together? So what you have to do to find that total distance, let's have a look at the process. If you will be considering how the A and B have moved. For example, A start to walk in the west. Clear? So for that we will be making the direction sign first of all. For that, east, west, north, south. So when A has started to move in the west, for example, if you will take the origin, okay, the main point as the origin. So started to move in the west direction. So which means A should move in this direction from the origin. Clear? This is going to be the first step A will be taking. Other than this, from his house, he traveled 3 kilometers. So basically it's going to be the house. And he has traveled 3 kilometers. Done. And next what? Before he takes a left turn. So we will have to consider the left turn as per the A is moving. So if A is going this way, then this is the left side. This is the left side. We have to see for ourselves itself. So we will be turning to left after moving to 3 kilometers. Okay. And then he walks 4 kilometers. So basically this will be 4 kilometers. And turn to his right. Now going like this and turning to right means this side. We have to keep on considering our own directions. And when turns to right, walks 2 kilometers. So I have just taken a long line here, while it can be even the smaller one, 2 kilometers. Now again he took his right turn. So basically again when we will be moving right in the right direction this way, then and walks 2 kilometers, reached his friend's house. So basically this is 2 kilometers and reached his friend's house. So 4 was total distance, the vertical distance. Now just half of it we have to move. So we reached to the A's friend's house. Let's have a look at the statement given to you regarding B. B starts to walk for 5 kilometers in the south direction. So which means downward direction from here. Clear? And 5 kilometers means more than 5 kilometers. Done. Next, in the south direction, then he took his left, which means where this one will be going. Like if you will move in the backward direction, you will see your left is this, so it will be on this side if you will turn on the other side. Okay, so took his left and walk for 1 kilometer. So this is just 1 kilometer we are gonna take. And again, if we will consider took left turn and walk for 3 kilometers. So going like this, left turn and move 3 kilometers, which means like this. Done. It's just 3 kilometers we are going to consider to reach to the playground. That's it. Now what is the total distance which has been covered till now? So let's just add all of them. It's going to be 3, 4, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, this side, and 5, 6 and 3, 9. So what you will have to consider, 11 plus 9, that's 20. So what will be the right answer? You will have option A was 20 here, and that's how you're just gonna get that 20 is the correct answer we had. Clear? And is it exactly same? Let me just check. Just a second. Did they consider the 20 kilometers? Yeah, 20 will be the right answer, whatever option it was. Clear? Yeah, whether it is option C in some of the test or option A or option B, whatever. But it's going to be 20 as your right answer you will have. Let's consider the next thing. The next question. Even let's take some of the subject questions along with the part A. If in case there is any particular question you want me to consider, you can tell me about that too. We can consider that part as well. Just a second, guys. I'm gonna take the questions from the test and will be telling you, because we are not having the PDF for it or some file, so we just have to take it like this. Okay, there is a question from the metrics part, and that is the product PQ. The product PQ of any two real symmetric matrices P and Q is. Options are symmetric, it will be symmetric, for all P and Q. Option B is never symmetric. Option C is symmetric if PQ is equal to QP. Antisymmetric for all P and Q. Done. So these are the options. Now according to you, excellence classes, basically we can try to have that session, but for the small oscillation part, okay, we will be having the further sessions for the GATE previous years. Even I have conducted the spatial sessions till now, which are even the spatial, like free live classes that is on Unacademy Learning app. And there I have taken so many different topics, different subjects based previous year questions from the GATE exam, mainly GATE exam and even CSIR NET exam. So all those questions are important and most expected ones in your upcoming GATE and CSIR NET exam both. So what you can do if you have missed those sessions, while in upcoming days also we will have more sessions, but when you are having time and you want to check them out, so you can check out those session recordings. They are available on the Unacademy Learning app anytime whenever you will have time. In the spatial classes or free live classes section, you will be finding those sessions there on my profile. So when you will search Anjali Arora, okay, you will be finding my profile there and you can check out those session recordings too. They will be even helping you a lot to work on those questions, because instead of just focusing on the answer part, there we have mainly focused on the process, the steps, which will be helping you to get the answer, or which will even help you to easily identify the steps you have to take whenever you will be doing the new question in the exam and all done. So I think that can be very much helpful and you can also check that out. While in upcoming days also we'll plan to have more and more sessions too. Clear? Now so for this question guys, what will be the right answer? You can have a look at the given details and all. So when we are considering, there is a matrix which is symmetric matrix. Clear? So what conditions they will satisfy? So we say that any matrix will be symmetric when its transpose is going to be equal to the matrix itself. Means if I am taking M matrix and I am taking its transpose, I am taking it equal to M, I'll say, oh, it's symmetric. Done. And in this case, if I am taking the product of two matrices, for example PQ, and taking the transpose of overall matrix, so it will be Q transpose and P transpose, like this. Also, if we will talk about the Q transpose matrix is equal to Q and P transpose matrix is equal to P. Why? Because they are symmetric in nature. Done. So PQ transpose overall will be giving me QP, which means what? Like even PQ transpose matrix, now you know that it will be giving you the same value too. So it will be symmetric only if you will say QP is also equal to PQ. Why? Because if QP is not equal to PQ, it's not satisfying the same condition, that is the transpose must be equal to the same matrix value. Done. And we know not always QP and PQ means the product of Q matrix with P, and P with Q not always going to be equal. Okay, so if the product is equal for these matrices, then it will be a symmetric matrix. So the condition will be option C, and that is the right answer we are gonna have here. Okay, this is how you can easily check it out. But in case if there will be any doubt anybody will have, just mention it. I'll be considering that too. But this was the way and the process to solve it. The next question is from the nuclear physics part. Let me just give you the next one. If in case there is any question or query anybody will have, just mention it. Third component of isospin, so I'm just going to mention I3 of neutral elementary particle is 1/2 baryon number is 1 and charge Q is 0. Done. What is the possible name of the particle? That's what you have to consider. The name of the particle. So what it will be? Options are neutron, okay, lambda naught, another one is sigma naught, the another one is cascade naught. Done. Next, I3 of neutral elementary particles, okay, is 1 by 2. So you know that how you decide the I3 value. First of all, you find the I value, and for that the process is multiplicity is equal to 2i plus 1. Clear? This is the way. So multiplicity, if it will be 2, only then your I value will be 1 upon 2. Which means if we are going to talk about the I3, then I3 is going to have the possible value 1 upon 2. Just a second. Now the next thing is that once you got this, the multiplicity of that particle must be 2. Is the lambda naught having the multiplicity 2? No. Neutron, yes, we consider. Sigma naught? No. Cascade, yes. So possibility for cascade and for neutron. But you know proton is going to have the positive value, so neutron can't have this I3. What is the most possible answer? That's cascade naught. And that's your option D, which will be the correct option then. So this is how easily you can get if you know about the particles and you know about their existence. But in case if there is anybody who is not familiar with this part or wants to know about it a little more, and you can tell me about that, then like we want to know more about it and we are not getting it, so that we will talk about it and you can get it clearly. Now let's talk about the next question, guys. So next one is, if in case there is any doubt, you can just mention it. A free neutron does not decay in electron and positron pair. It is due to the violation of what? A free neutron does not decay into a pair of electron and positron. Does not decay. Okay. So options are conservation of energy. It violates what? If it will be conservation of charge, first option. Conservation of lepton number, conservation of baryon number, or none of these. Okay, so that's what they have asked you to consider. So if we will consider, is neutron a baryon? The answer is yes. It will have some baryon number. The answer is yes. What about electron and positron? The answer is no, they are not a baryon. So which means if you are going to get a neutron getting decay in electron and positron, the baryon number will not be conserved. It will have some non-zero baryon number, but this will be having a zero baryon number. Left hand side and the right hand side baryon numbers are not matching, they are not equal, hence the baryon number conservation is getting violated, hence that's gonna be the reason we can't have the decay of neutron in the electron and positron this way. Tell me if in case there is anybody having any doubt now, we can talk about it, and if everything is clear, that's great. Done. I'm just gonna check out whether everything is all right and clear. Done. Next question. Even if there is any particular question you want me to consider, guys, we can talk about it. Okay, next one is excuse me. If the radius of hydrogen atom is 0.5 angstrom, then calculate the ratio of its nuclear density and atomic density, that is R naught, the constant, is equal to 1.25 Fermi. Okay, next thing is, so the radius of the hydrogen atom is given to you. Now you have to calculate the ratio of the nuclear density and atomic density. So the point is, if in general we will talk about the nuclear radius, okay, that is R naught a to the power 1 by 3. Everybody knows about it. Also, if we will talk about R naught, okay, the number of hydrogen atoms, how many we will have, the A value for it, the mass number. So A for hydrogen atom will be what? 1. So what you will get, the Rn is equal to R naught. Then for the hydrogen atom, the nuclear radius and the constant value, they will be same. Now the nuclear radius. Now one more thing, nuclear density if I will talk about. That is rho n can be written as mp upon 4 pi by 3 Rn cube. Then, so Rn you already know about. You are easily getting the relation between this part. That is how the nuclear density is related to the nuclear radius. And one more thing. If we will consider the radius of hydrogen atom in general is R. Excuse me. So in this case, what will happen? It's going to give you the atomic density, that is rho naught, atomic density, which will be equal to mp upon 4 pi by 3 RH cube. Okay. Now what you have to do in this case, you just need to find the nuclear density to atomic density ratio. That's the main question here. So what you will be doing, you will be taking rho n upon rho naught, and that is equal to what? It will be equal to R upon, that is hydrogen atom radius. So I can even write it as RH upon Rn cube. So what is that? That's going to be 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 10 upon 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 15 whole cube. This is how you can easily get it. Now you just have to simplify this part and get the ratio. That will be giving you 6.4 into 10 to the power 13. Okay, approximately. Like you can even do the calculation. So whatever you will be getting after simplification, it's approximately 6.4 into 10 to the power 13, and that's your right answer. You can see the whole process. For finding the atomic density, we have used the radius of hydrogen, and for nuclear density, we have used the radius of the nucleus. So that's how we are going to have all the details. If in case there is anybody still not getting any point or having any doubt, just mention it. I'll be talking about that too. But if everything is clear, that's great, great, great. Let me just give you the next question then. Very good evening, Bharat. Next question is, an elementary particle is composed of two U quark and one S quark. Find the name of the elementary particle. Options are proton. Is it the proton? Is it sigma positive? Is it pi positive? Is it K positive? Then these are the options. Now, composed of two up quark and one S quark. So first of all, charge plus 2 by 3, plus 2 by 3, minus 1 by 3. That's 1 plus 1. Where is that? For all it's plus 1. Now the next thing we can check is the straightness number. That will be minus 1. So straightness number is minus 1 for what? I think for sigma positive. Okay. And when it is minus 1 for sigma positive, what will be your right answer? That's option B, which is the correct one. You can easily get that. because the straightness number is providing you that idea clearly, and this is how you are just gonna get it. Tell me whether any doubt is there or not. If in case there is anybody still not getting something or having any doubt, we can talk about it. But it was quite easy, and nuclear physics questions are there, like most of the questions are quite easy ones. Next one, again nuclear question we are gonna have. Let me just mention it. Lambda naught is a singlet isospin. Baryon particle whose straightness number is what? -1. What is its quark structure? That's what you have to consider. That's great. What is its quark structure? Okay, that's the main question. So is it UUD, UDS, UDD and USS? What is that? So lambda naught is a singlet isospin baryon particle. Its quark structure options have been given as USS, UDD, UDS, UUD. So we know that straightness number for the strange quark is -1, and that is -1, so it will be option UDS. That's option B we had there. I've written them in the reverse manner, but this is the right answer, whatever has been written. So option UDS. Okay, it's easy. If we know the properties, we can simply work on that part and we can get the answer. So for this thing, or for solving similar kind of questions, it's important for everyone to know about the data, that what is the straightness number, what is the baryon number, what is the charge and all. Like once you know about these things, it will be quite simple and easy for you to answer similar type of questions. Let me just give you the next one. Excuse me. The K absorption limit for uranium is 0.1 angstrom. What is the excitation potential Now in this case, we just need to use one formula, that is K absorption limit, that is equal to the minimum wavelength. Minimum wavelength, it is CH upon EV. And when you will cross multiply, you will be getting V is equal to CH upon E lambda minimum. Okay, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 into 6.62 into 10 to the power -34. Just putting all the data here. 1.6 into 10 to the power -19. 0.1 into 10 to the power -0.1 lambda minimum angstrom na -10. So this is how, just by simplifying this part, you will be getting approximately 124 kilovolts. And this will be your right answer. So only one formula you are just going to use here and getting the answer. If somebody is there who is not familiar with the formula and the conditions, they may find it difficult, but if somebody is there who knows about them, it's going to be quite simple and easy for them to solve it. Next is a beam of electrons enters a uniform magnetic field that is of 1.2 Tesla along the direction of the field This is the question. So in this case, a beam of electrons enters a uniform magnetic field. The B value has been given to you, 1.2 Tesla, along the direction of the field. Find the energy difference between electrons whose spin is parallel and anti-parallel to the field. So we are going to have the spin magnetic moment formula, which is mu s. Okay, that is equal to minus d mu b upon h cut and vector s. Then that will be root s into s plus 1 h cut. That's how we can consider it. Now if we will talk about the g value and the mu b value, so what it will be? So in this case, if we are going to talk about the spin magnetic moment, clear? It will be what? It will be having the value 1. And the another thing, that is g, that is gs, we will have to consider for the spin part. For purely spin case, it's going to be 2. Done. So this is how, by using this formula and by putting mu b is also going to have the constant value and the magnetic field is already given, so you can find it h cut constant. So only vector s will be remaining, that is root s into s plus 1. So for parallel and anti-parallel spins, we will be putting the excuse me, s values, okay, the small s respectively. 1 times 0 and 1 times 1 you can put. And just by finding the difference, energy differences, okay, overall energy formula, if I'm going to talk about, that will be in terms of mu s. You can write E is equal to minus mu s into B dot B. So just by finding the energy difference for the parallel and anti-parallel cases, you are going to get the answer. This is the process you have to consider, which will be helping you to get the answer. So for parallel and anti-parallel cases, what you will do, 0 and the 1 net spins you have to take. Rest all data you are already having. Even for the Bohr's magneton, you can put the constant value, which is 9.27 into 10 to the power minus 24. Okay, and this is how, just by putting all the different constant values, you will be reaching to the answer. If in case there will be anybody who is going to have any doubt, just mention it, we will talk about that. Otherwise, the next question I'm going to give you now. So next question is excuse me. A pendulum with a length of 1 meter has a bob with a mass of 0.1 kg if G is the acceleration due to gravity, then what is the 0 point energy? If you know about it, like you can even work on this part, and whatever was your answer, you can just mention it. We know that the time period in case of pendulum is 2 pi root L upon G. And in this case, we know frequency in general is 1 upon time period. So when you will consider that, it will be root G upon 2 pi. Okay. And 1 upon time period now. So 2 pi root G upon L. Root L will even be there. But if L is 1 meter, you can simplify this part after putting the L value. This is what you will have. Okay. Now next thing. Once you got the frequency, to find the 0 point energy, you are having half h nu. Just find the new value, put it here, and you will be getting approximately 1.65 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule. This is how you will be getting the answer for this type of questions, and it's going to be quite simple and easy for you to work on it. Tell me if in case there is any doubt anybody is going to have, we can consider that part then. Otherwise, we will be taking the next question too. If the wavelength of de Broglie wave associated with a particle in a box is lambda, and in the first excited state the length of the box is L, then which of the following options is correct? That is, lambda is greater than L, lambda is less than L, lambda is equal to L, and cannot deduce the relation between from the given information. Means none of these, or you can't determine it. Clear? So the particular case which has been given, they are talking about the wavelength of de Broglie wave associated with a particle in a box is lambda, and in the first excited state the length of the box is L. Then which of the following options is correct? So here we will be starting to take the expression of the momentum of a particle. Okay, it is going to be the integral multiple of h upon 2L. So if we will talk about momentum, it will be integral multiple of h upon 2L. Here n is equal to what? 1, 2, 3 and so on to we will have. If we will talk about the next thing, for L is equal to 1 and for n is equal to 2, the ground state you will take n is equal to 1, but for the first excited state you have to take n is equal to 2. So your value will be P is equal to 2h upon 2L. That will be giving you h upon L simply. If we will talk about the next thing, that is L is equal to h upon P, from here after simplification you will get, and we know lambda is equal to h upon mv. Done? So you know that h upon P is something you can write it. Done? Because mv is also momentum, that is P. So you can see L is equal to h upon P and lambda is equal to h upon P. So what is the right answer? That is lambda is equal to L. So whatever option is giving you the same relation, that is lambda is equal to L, you can say that, oh, that is the correct one. And this is how you can just get it. Now, let's go for the next question. So what is the data given there? Let's consider that first, and then we will be continuing the discussion about it. The position and momentum, if in case there is any doubt anybody is having in the previous questions discussion part, you can tell me, we will be trying to consider that too. The position and momentum of 0.5 kilo electron volt electron are simultaneously determine if its position is located within 0.2 nanometers. What is the percentage uncertainty? In its momentum. Okay, that's the question. Now they are talking about position, they are talking about momentum, and there is a more popular relation, the uncertainty principle we are having, that is delta x dot delta p. Okay, if you will consider that one, it is equal to what? H squared upon 2 we can take here. Somewhere we take h upon 2. Okay, and some of the places we consider h squared upon 2 depending on what relation has been given, what kind of condition has been given. Also guys, one more thing, you know, P is equal to root 2 me can be taken. So the position and momentum of 0.5 kilo electron volt electron are simultaneously determined. So you are having the details given about the energy, that is 0.5. Okay, so when we will talk about the next thing here, that is if its position is located within 0.2 nanometer, what is the percentage uncertainty in its momentum? So because you know, or you are having the information about the position uncertainty, so momentum you can find. And even momentum formula we are using here, that is root 2 me. By putting the values given here, we can clearly get the p value, and the position uncertainty is given, so you don't have to do anything with that. Just consider the next step, that is delta p is equal to h squared upon 2 delta x. That's it. Put the delta x value, put the delta like h squared constant value 2 and all, you will be getting the answer. This is what you have to do, one relation, and you are gonna get the answer. So this is how you can consider this part and get the answer too. Okay, the calculation, the like substituting values and calculating, that process you can do, but I think everybody is getting the idea about the formula to be used and the steps you have to follow. Now the next one is an electron and a proton have the same de Broglie wavelength. Which of the following? And guys, you can see when we are solving these questions, we are getting most of the idea from the question itself, the statement which has been given, how they have given us the data, what data has been given, and all that is giving us the idea about the formula we can use, which one will be the most favorable one for that question, will be helping us a lot to get the answer and all. So read the question carefully, focus on the given words, mentioned word in the question, and this will be helping you a lot to decide what process you have to follow and how you can reach to the answer. Okay, so this is what you can do. Options is correct about the kinetic energy of the electron and that of proton. Thank you so much, Brajesh. Now next, that's going to be, they have given us the relation between the electron's energy and the proton's energy in the options, like electron's energy is greater than the proton's energy, less than the proton's energy, equal to the proton's energy, or cannot be determined. Okay, this is what we are going to have. So first of all, we have to consider the generalized formula for the wavelength. That is lambda E is equal to what? H upon root 2 mn En. Okay, next thing, lambda P is equal to H upon root 2 MP EP. Now when you will be, see, they have given us the statement an electron and a proton have the same de Broglie wavelength. So you will be equating them basically. These two relations, you will equate them. You will be taking them equal. So when you will be equating them, what you will get? You will get ME, sorry, for electron we have written, so suffix E we will take. EE is equal to MP EP. This is what you will have. Now next thing, EE upon EP is equal to MP upon ME. Okay, that's what you will have. Electron's energy upon proton's energy is equal to proton's mass and electron's mass ratio. Since we know proton's mass will be greater than the electrons, okay, once you had this, so energy relation even you can get, that is EE must be greater than EP. So just with the help of this information, because the mass of electron and proton is going to be something more common and everybody knows about that, so it will be helping you a lot to decide that what should be the energy relations we will have. That is EE greater than EP. Okay, that's how you can get the answer for this question too. Now next, that is related to, like most of the questions are like from one section we are going to have here. Initially we had some nuclear physics 1 and now we are having mostly from atomic and the other sections. Next is, in a singly ionized helium atom, the electron is in the third orbit. A photon of energy, that's 10.04 electron volts, knocks out the electron calculate the stopping potential of the electron ionization potential of hydrogen atom is 13.6 electron volts. Okay, that's what we are going to have. So now in this case, when we had all this data given to us, we just need to consider the formula. So for helium, first of all, we need to consider that it's going to be what? The Z value equal to 2. Okay, for hydrogen, the Z value will be equal to 1. Now for the orbit, which orbit? The third orbit, the N value will be something you will have to take as 3. Okay, third orbit, because they are talking about. So nth orbit, if we will talk about the energy, nth orbit, it will be inversely proportional to n square, because we know that in general, if we will talk about the helium case, okay, the energy of the helium, like for the nth orbit, it will be minus z square into 13.6 if we will compare it or relate it with the hydrogen atom energy. So it will be minus 4 into 13.6, which is 54.4 electron volt with a negative sign. So that 54.4 you have to take here. So nth state energy will be what? It will be equal to minus 54.4 upon n square. This is what you will have overall value. Okay, next thing, that's going to be For the ground state, like n is equal to 1, you will put for the third excited state or third orbit, basically you will put n is equal to 3. So for third orbit, done. So E3 will be equal to what? Minus 54.4 upon 3 square. This is what you will have. Now this is how you will be able to simplify it, and you are going to reach the final answer or the conclusion. For the ejected electron, for incident photon, if you had the energy that is 10. Let's say 04, okay, 10.04 electron volt, which is given for incident photon. For incident photon you had this, it's not E3, it's for incident photon energy. Now for ejected electron, okay, energy if you have to find. From here, excuse me, you are getting minus 6.04 electron volts. So for ejected electron, it will be 10.04 minus 6.04, and that's how you will be reaching to the final answer. Whatever it is, like, you will easily get to know about it. The complete process you can see for helium, how we have got the energy, how it is dependent on N, how we have considered all these different steps. Like, if you got all that, it's going to be quite simple and easy for you to consider it. You can tell me if in case there is any doubt you're gonna have till this point. We will be talking about it, or any particular question you want me to consider, you can even tell me about that. Otherwise guys, we will be keeping it this much right now in this session. And as I have shared the information in the starting of the session about the Unacademy iconic subscription, even now the notes are available on the learning app, you can check them out. And one more thing, you can use and apply the referral code, that's Anjali Live, as mentioned here on the screen, to get the discount in the total subscription amount, and all the benefits which you will be getting after taking the subscription have been shown here too. One more thing guys, that is, even in upcoming days, like soon, we are gonna have many new courses starting on Unacademy. So if you don't want to miss them, you can take the subscription. And yeah, whenever you will proceed further to take the subscription, use and apply the referral code, that's Anjali Live, as mentioned here on the screen, to get the discount in the total subscription amount. This is about the light subscription. This is difference between the plus iconic and the light subscription. So all the details about these different subscriptions have been shown here. I hope each and everything is clear to everyone now guys. One more thing, whenever you will be like proceeding to take the subscription, use and apply the referral code Anjali Live to get the discount in the total subscription amount. Since in upcoming days so many new courses will be starting, if you don't want to miss them, you can take the subscription now. Thank you everyone for watching this video.